What's happening, people? Welcome back to Ordinary E, another video. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for coming back and I appreciate you watching my videos. Today we're doing something a bit different. We have an Apple phone here. There's a cover on it. I think it's an Apple 6 and it's not turning on or working, and on the internet it tells you to press buttons a certain way and blah 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 and hold them for 20 seconds and whatnot and nothing happens. Also tells you to plug it into your computer and go to iTunes, and none of that worked. But what is happening, and I'll just show you, is when I plug it in, we are getting the logo flash up and then disappears. So again, doesn't turn on. And again, I tried all the button configurations and everything it tells you to do on the internet. To me, it felt like a battery problem from the start. So I don't even know why I tried all of the other things. By now, I feel like I'm an Apple technician. I've done the watch. I've done the Apple Macintosh laptop in the last video. I feel like we can do this. All we got to do, I think, is change out the battery. If you're having this kind of problem where you plug it in and it just boot loops like this, then I do believe it could be the battery. I managed to get on eBay, and for £6.50 we got a battery in here, I believe. It says 6G on it, and that is the battery. What we're going to do is try and swap out the battery and see if this fixes my old iPhone. It's been sitting in the drawer now for like 6 years. I believe lithium batteries probably do, you know, discharge and whatever, and it doesn't work anymore. If you don't use your batteries, they will stop working. So if I turn this off, unplug it, I believe this might be quite easy. At the bottom there, they call these two little screws pantaloonium screws or something. They're just screws. I don't know why they gave these ones a fancy name, but we're going to take out these two and then we're going to try and lift off this front cover. Okay, luckily in my 501 tool bits, I do have such a head for this. I already tested it a bit. They are very, very tiny. Don't want to lose that. So we'll put it in a magnetic holder. So that's one, and we'll take out the second one, and that's two. Now they do say to heat up around the edge because apparently there's a sticky part. I don't know who they are, but that's what they say. And I'm not going to do that. I want to try and pry up this bottom end where the screws came out and then go around. And to do that, I'm going to try and use this thing, which is a sucker with a little key ring on the top of it. So just plonk that down there, see what happens when I pull on it. Oh yeah, look, it does pry up a little bit. So if I can get a little pick in there, yes, and go around the edge very carefully, I should be able to pop this up. Just like that, people. And that is easy peasy. And that's the inside of an Apple phone. Now this did come off, so whatever that is, I think it's probably a clip from the side. Doesn't look like it's too important. And then we're left with this battery here. To do that, there are two little pulley things, and apparently you pull on these and the battery should come away. I think I'm going to use some pliers to do that because these are very small. Oh, well that didn't work. So that came off. The next best thing would be to pry it up. I will say it's very well stuck down, so heating that would probably help, but I don't have, well, I can use my heat gun, but I want to make this so that anybody can do this. All I've got to do is try and get this battery up, and I'm just going to keep trying to pry it up with various tools that I have, and I will come back to you once it's done. Okay, so I managed to do it, and I can see now that the battery connector is under this kind of shield part here. So I'm just going to take out one screw, possibly two screws, to expose that, and hopefully it's just a simple plug in, plug out kind of scenario. Always be careful though, because I'm not taking this screen off. This cable could tear and break, and I think I have broken it there. So I may have broken this cable, but we'll carry on. But yeah, let's take out these two screws here, and of course we've got a new Phillips that we're going to need. Okay, I've now taken that shield part off, and the battery just came off. I am gutted that I think we've ripped the ribbon here. I don't know if it's easy enough to replace that. You might need a whole new screen, could possibly be. But anyway, we'll carry on. So now we just want to put this new battery in. I think there's a protective cover over it. We'll try and remove that. Do we need to remove this? Yeah. But then this should just connect into there, and there'll be a satisfying click and the battery will sit down. We could stick it back down, but I don't see the point at the minute. Let's see if it works first. Let's put the shield back on. You got to have really tiny hands because these screws are very small. Okay, we nailed it. Can you see those? That one doesn't even go back in. Okay, so it does go back in. It's had the plate the wrong way around. Make sure you have the plate the right way around. My God, these are small. Okay, we did it. So we've changed the battery. Let's see if that works. I'm a bit worried because I think we've ripped the ribbon cable there. Let's see what it does now. We get the boot. That's staying on for much longer than it used to. and it's gone off, and we get the boot. So I don't think it was the battery. I'll let it charge for a bit longer and see if it does anything. Okay, so I've just taken off this metal piece with a million screws. There's 3 down the side, 3 down that side, 2 up here, and I found out that that ribbon is actually for the touch button, which is why the screen's still turning on. Now, could that be why it's not accepting it still? Because this ribbon is ripped in 2 places now. Pull this back, you got to be very careful. I think I've done this damage while I was trying to change the battery. So anyway, I've looked online and it's going to cost £2.47 from AliExpress, so I'm going to get one of those and hopefully we can finish this video. So I'm going to wait for that, but you won't have to wait for that because it will be here. And here it is. So I went for a full screen rather than just a ribbon, because the ribbon costs $3 and the screen costs $6. So hopefully it says in here 6 white accessories from China, AliExpress, and you get, oh, they've upped their screwdriver, it looks like. Ooh, it's still bad, but it's better than what they used to. This is what they used to give you. They still give you that, these little crappy things. So for that, and you also get one of those sticky things again. So I've got another one of those, another pick, another prying tool, and another screwdriver. Because yes, you do need all these, because that's what Apple uses, all different screws. But yeah, in here I went for the screen, the whole screen, just because it was $3 more, so why not? And again, similar packaging, and hopefully in here is the screen. They seem to have upped their packaging, so that's good. Yes, same screen, all the connectors are on it. That's what we want. So I thought I might as well go for the screen, right? Because why not? Nice brand new screen. So what we have to do is under this, so these ribbons seem to go under this shield here. So I'm going to take off, looks like 5 or 4 screws there. But yeah, I'm going to take off that, change the screen. That could be the issue. Why it wasn't working, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take off these 4 screws. Maybe we can use a new screwdriver. All these screws are different sizes, so remember where they go. I've just recreated the pattern there. And then we're going to lift this up. That's the plate. And then we're going to unclip 1, 2, 3. Now while I was waiting for the package, 4. So there's 4 connectors. I did rip this one off. So yeah, totally came off. So be careful. What I recommend when if you're changing the battery is take off the screen and don't do what I did. Right, so then it's going to be just a matter of putting this one on, right? So they're all just lengthed in accordance to the connectors. So that should be simple enough to not mess up. And yeah, I'm just going to connect these connectors to where they need to go there. They're just all different lengths, but the same lengths as what's in line with these connectors right here. So you see the 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and one on the right, and that marries up with those. So let's put those on. Okay, so I've connected those all in where they're supposed to go, and I'm just going to put this plate back on carefully now. So you might want to have something behind this to keep it stood up, but don't let it fall to the left or right, because it will break the cable again. We don't want that. And I did put some double-sided sticky tape under the battery to hold that in place. So yeah, we're good. Okay guys, so I've put it back together. Do that peel for you. And it's still doing it. So changing the screen and changing the battery has not fixed the issue, unfortunately. What can I do now? So the only thing I haven't tried, or I could possibly do then, is connect it to iTunes. Apparently that's the thing. So I'm going to connect it to iTunes on the PC and see if that will fix the issue. So let me do that and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay guys, so I'm on iTunes, and what I did, here's the phone. I held the home button and the power button for about 20 seconds and we managed to get iTunes to give me this message, and it says update or restore. So I guess I'm gonna restore or update. Restore. I'll probably click restore, why not? Okay, went for a bunch of yes and no's and agreements and clicked restore, and let's see what happens. Okay, so when you do that, you're gonna get a blue bar at the top and it's gonna tell you what's going on. So waiting for iPhone. The iPhone is doing stuff, and then I've got an error here saying 4013 could not be updated. So let's Google 4013. Okay, by clicking more information, it takes me to this screen and it tells you the steps. So if it's the iPad models, press quickly volumes button up and down, So pretty much what we were trying when we first started this. I'm not sure, maybe I just need to figure this out. Hold on. Alright guys, well unfortunately I think I'm going to be unable to fix it. I've read online that it could possibly be a NAND issue, so something wrong with the memory. That's going to be out of my wheelhouse. I'm just an ordinary guy. Hopefully you did take away from this video how to change a screen and how to change the battery, but you know, going as far as changing memory that is soldered onto motherboards, that's out of my remit, and not an ordinary guy like me cannot do, unfortunately. So that's all I'm going to be able to do. If you've got any suggestions on what I can try, then obviously take note. I have done the button reset, I have hooked up to iTunes, I have done all sorts of button presses. I did off camera disconnect some of the sensors and cameras and tried to boot it up without it connected, with it connected, and so forth and so forth and so forth. None of that worked either. So yeah, as far as I can take it, Apple technician I am not now. So Apple, if you're looking for a technician, don't call me. But yeah, I think that's it for me, guys. That's this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.